Pandemic or no pandemic, we all need food and love. The restaurant industry has been very severely impacted by COVID. And also on February 15th, we are all getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day. Now, some leaders from the Indian American community have gotten together and they have created a fund to give a gift cards on Valentine's Day to anyone who is ordering food from the Indian restaurants. And they are calling it Take Out Day for the Valentine's Day. A day before to warm up for love. They are also organizing an evening program on Zoom at 7 p.m. called Shaam-e-Mohabbat. And they have gathered together about half a dozen Indian American singers to perform and sing. And they are Anuradha Palakurti, Asutosh Patel, Raghu Sarnathan, Rajiv Gangude, Shankar Ganesh Kondam, and Valentine Almeida. Also, during that program, they are going to play 15 seconds videos about love from various listeners, those people who have submitted. Following this announcement, we are going to have a roundtable with three representatives of three Indian American restaurants in Boston area. Mr. Binod Kapoor of Masala Art, and Vishal Sood from Gourmet India, and Satyam from a new restaurant in Burlington called Treasury. So stay tuned to that. Hopefully, you will make out the best of a takeout day on the Valentine's Day and help our fellow Indian American restaurant owners and enjoy a wonderful evening, Shaam-e-Mohabbat, on February 13th at 7. Welcome to Face to Face. We have three important guests today from Indian restaurant industry here in Boston. And we are going to talk to them about challenges being faced by restaurant industry during the COVID times. And those of us who may not know, about 20% all restaurants in Massachusetts alone have been closed down due to pandemic. Nationwide, 17% of all the restaurants in the US, more than 110,000 restaurants have been closed because of COVID. So industry is going through challenging times, and we are going to talk to them about what challenges they have faced, and most importantly, how the Indian American community can help them with their business. This is very important topic, and we also urge our Indian American community here in Boston to listen to their challenges, their views, and think out of the box that how we can help them to during this pandemic crisis. So I'm good, and guest today is Mr. Binod Kapoor. All of us know from his um, his biggest restaurant at that time at the Harvard Square, Bombay Club. Now he runs some Masala Art, and then we have Vishal Sood from Gourmet India, and we have Satyam from a new restaurant called Treasury. So what I'm going to do is just ask each one of you one by one to talk a little bit about your restaurant, and then we will get into the topic about challenges and how the community can help and promote your business. So Kapoor Saab, let's start with you. Tell us about your masala art and the other new restaurant which you have opened and how you are doing.
See, the total norm has changed after this COVID 19. So we go with the flow with the things, we should change the things at our end. So most of the business is now takeout in small to large takeouts. But all those wedding caterings and everything is gone. But still, we are still facing the challenge in doing our job. I mean, the sales are down from last year. It's a great idea that the community has a very sympathetic view about us. And I'm glad that all the restaurants that I see on board, we are together in this whole thing. And we should help each other in a way that instead of saying that we are competition, we are on the same boat, that we should each sponsor each other uh, for once and say that, okay, let's work together. And that shows our unitedness in front of the local people, local community, and the state, and the governor, and everybody. That's what my view is.
Sure. Vishal, what about you?
I think with the pandemic, all the restaurants have been affected tremendously. From not being able to, have bar business to sit down business to, as in our case, fast food business. It's caused a lot of issues and a lot of problems for, I think, restaurants in general. And I think the community can do as much as they can do as far as getting takeout. I know towards the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people had the thought process of let's cook at home.
I think we are losing you.
Let's
Okay.
not. People are
We
starting
lost you
to.
briefly. Yes. If you
Yeah,
can repeat that,
sorry.
Vishal. Yeah.
So people are starting to, order more takeout and support the local restaurants. So I think from our end, we appreciate all the support that we're getting. Obviously, there's always room for more support and more community support from people in general and trying to order more takeout, whether it be weekdays. I think that's where a lot of people are getting affected. Weekends, people are still ordering. Um, and,
And I think, Vishal, that is exactly the point for this interview is that, I think there is a big awareness in the community because I have been talking to a lot of people and a lot of people are talking about, what they can do and
correct.
to help the restaurants. And because I think one of the bigger source of revenue for the restaurants was also used to be these events and weddings and caterings. And that
Correct.
business has completely
Yeah, I
come
mean,
to.
even parties of 10, I know the governor has kind of loosened the restrictions a little bit, but even groups of 10, 15, every little bit helps nowadays. And I think, we can't have the 50, 100-person, 500-person caterings anymore like we used to, but whatever the community can do, I think all the restaurants would appreciate.
Excellent. Satyam, what about you? How you guys are doing?
First of all, I would like to thank all of our guests who have came back to us in these tough times. I would like to thank Brenda and Chris Cahoon and all other families, very well-known guests of ours who came back to us during these tough times and helped us a lot. Uh, for us, it was very difficult. We actually opened in March, so it was right in the middle of the pandemic. We were here for a week and we got stuck, and we were not even ready for takeout or delivery business. It was tough time, not only for us, but for all other restaurants around us. But we didn't lose hope. We came back again 2 months after we were closed for the pandemic, and we came back and we started doing takeout and deliveries. I would like to thank the governor. He gave the permission to start the patio, which helped us a lot. Being in Burlington, we were not very much exposed to the local crowd. Everyone thought that we were still closed. It's still a restaurant in work, and but we did a good job during those times and letting people know our food and everything else. But yes, as Mr. Vishal said, the weekdays are a problem. Weekdays, people are not usually ordering. Weekends are good, but with no events and no caterings, this has been very hard patch, I would like to say, for the past 6 months or 8 months. And uh, I would really again thank all the guests who have come back to us and helped us a lot during these tough times. Yeah.
Well, in the same context, the local community, Indian American community here, is organizing this event. We are very much part of that which is going to be a program, with a lot of singers. It sounds like a very exciting program, and on the occasion of Valentine's. And also, some community leaders have generously donated some money, which we are going to use it as a gift card for the restaurant owners to help them out. And so there is a momentum building up in the community to come through during these tough times. Uh, Now, my other question again, in the next round will be is let me this time start with Vishal. That if what will be your three dreams, from the Indian community? How, of course, there is a certain amount of food you can order, but how, what suggestion you make, how they can maximize the use of an experience of eating good food through your restaurant, Gourmet India.
Um, I feel as if, the community can just, I think restaurants in general had to change the way they do business, right?
Sure. I think we
Whether
all
it
had
comes
to do,
to,
no matter in
yeah,
what business you are. Sure.
right, exactly. And one big thing is, or at least in our case, is, we've had to implement delivery systems, protocols for how to get food out on time, how to, make sure we provide the same quality food that people are accustomed to, but still getting it to them in a, whether it be at their houses or curbside pickup, and making sure we get all those details fixed, as well as at the same time taking care of the health of our employees, health of the actual customer. I would say in general, I would just recommend customers, if they can just talk to us, we can explain to them what works, what doesn't work. At the end of the day, I don't want a customer to expect one thing when they come to our location and not get that when they, go home with their food. So, provide as much feedback as possible. I know a lot of my customers, when they don't like something, they're at a second's heartbeat. They text me, they call me and tell me, and I appreciate that, because that's the only way that we as the company can build and be successful, right? Unless we don't change things, we can't make our customers happy. So
Sure.
the
Uh,
communication is a big thing.
okay. Kapoor Sahab, what suggestion you will make to the community?
I think the Indian community is very powerful that way, that if one Indian likes the food at our restaurant, he sends at least 10 to 15 customers. So if they talk to, in this pandemic time, if they talk to their American friends, that's where the main business is, because Indians, they cook very well at home,
Sure.
very well at home. So why should they order like 3 times a week? Whereas an American orders the food like 6 times a week or more from local restaurants. So anybody living in Needham or Burlington, they should complement their local restaurants. That'll be my biggest dream, where we can generate more business out of Americans who know the food now. It's pretty exposed, and I think we'll do very well in the takeout business till it is there.
And actually, it does. I mean, I go through sometime, I have my friends and, my colleagues at work and clients, and, they always ask me when I talk to them, oh, tell me which one is your favorite Indian restaurant, and, where we can find this type of food. So I think, Kapoor Sahab, what you said, I think the community can play a very important role here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
recommending to the non-Indian friends that, okay, go to
And
this place.
if there is a complaint, you can call that restaurant and say that this is what I didn't like Vishal said. It's a very point very well taken, that if we get the complaint from the Indian community, that's fine. But if they have to recommend, they should be very open to say that with a pride, that this is my favorite restaurant.
Sure,
That's
sure,
it, to
sure.
the American community. That's where the main door is.
I agree with you, and I think it's something that has been proven now through some of these delivery apps where they rate people ordering chicken tikka masala as, you know, the third or fourth most ordered item, right? It's something that Indian cuisine in general has become a very successful cuisine.
Satyam, for you, if you can talk a little bit about the how this takeout and the COVID has impacted the pricing, because I think sometimes the pricing also becomes an issue, for the people to, should they order, should not they order. So how the pricing factor is there?
The pricing factor is always there. People always look at the price. They compare the prices. With the modes, right now, there's everything is done gone online. The app actually shows you if you see a butter chicken or a chicken tikka masala, it compares automatically. It gives you the comparison with the other restaurants. They have it for $17, $16. But again, we are not that much into pricing. We are more onto the quality thing. Being a restaurant or being in a restaurant industry, it's more about how you make your guest happy, how to personalize his or her experience. So yes, pricing was a factor, but for us, we have worked very hard on it, and we have made sure
Satyam,
that.
can you lower the volume a little bit? It is very low.
Sorry,
Yeah, just
sorry.
yeah, sure.
So, is it okay now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So yes, so we have worked very harder on the pricing issue, and we made sure that if people are ordering any entree that's for $21, make sure that they are happy with it. Make sure that it's worth every penny of it. And obviously, we do little more stuff with that as well. We always make sure that there's complimentary desserts. There's some kind of gift cards, or if the guest has ordered 10 times, 20 times back with us, we have their data stored in our systems. We make sure that they get some kind of reward. They can come in, they can get a discount. We make sure that they are happy, they always come back. So that's our main target. But yeah, so that's about it with the
Sure.
pricing thing. Yes.
Vishal, any your take on pricing issue? Actually, the pricing should not be an issue during this time anyway. I think it should
No,
not be an issue.
and luckily in that sense, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me. I think people are willing to. Some of the customers that have come to us, they're even giving more than what we've been asking for. In the sense, they're tipping more. They're helping out the staff as much as possible because they realize that the restaurant industry is hurting. The employees are hurting. The owners are hurting, and I would commend people on doing that. And
Sure. Okay. Now, one question I have is, I know with my own experience and working with you guys, in the past is the wedding and the catering business and the parties and all these caterings at home has been a very important part of revenue of the restaurants, and very sometimes a really quite good revenue source and profitable. So if I ask you, all three of you, and just think about it, is how how Indian American community can give you some more share of that market to you again, even if they're having a gathering of 10 people or 5 people, or whatever it's, how that market can help you. Let's start with Kapoor Saab.
I think it's too early to say that. I don't expect that to be like old times. Even if I say that's 25%, I don't think it'll happen pretty soon. Till this vaccine is all done or partially done, people are comfortable in going out, and and the governor says, okay, now it's the time to just go out and enjoy yourself. That is the time when we'll get the market share back to us wherever we were. But right now, I don't think right now we have immediate problems, cash flow and all other things that we have to take care of. The catering and the parties and everything, I don't think that's going to happen pretty soon.
No, I'm
Maybe
I'm saying
May,
that
June.
even just for 10 people, like I know that we know that in our community, people are always getting together. At least the family, small family, a few friends, up to 10 people is allowed. So even everybody, anyone who is having that type of gathering, they can say, what, I'm going to call Gourmet India, I'm going to call Masala Art or Treasury or any other Indian restaurant, and start with that small scale.
I know people are scared to go out. I
Hmm.
think it'll take about 3 to 4 months till they feel comfortable, even going in a party of 10.
Yeah.
It's
Vishal,
it's
what
a
about?
it's a, it's a yeah.
Go ahead. Vishal, what about your take on this?
Yeah,
Cash.
I agree. I mean, I think they're the younger generation. Some people are still willing to take that chance, but all the news you hear with the new strand coming in and vaccines not getting distributed quick enough. At the end of the day, I think every person has to think about their family, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And the
and
customers.
and the customers, correct.
Sure.
And so, um, yeah, people are getting together with 10 people, 15 people. Yeah, that's great. If you want food from any of the restaurants, we're more than willing to supply that. But the big caterings and everything, likewise, I don't see it coming back until, you know, after the summer.
Sure, yeah, yeah. Maybe, because we were planning to do our Women of the Year event in Burlington Marriott on April 30th. They called us. They said, you cannot do it, And they are thinking earliest they can do anything big will be sometime in October, November, not even before that, if we are really lucky. So there's going to be this period of a drought there. Now, do you know anyone, if any other Indian restaurant has closed because of COVID here, or you are not aware of any?
Not
No.
No.
The Indian restaurants they closed, but only for a couple of 3 weeks. Either they had cash flow problem or somebody had COVID or something. But it's not a public news.
Okay. Okay. No, I just wanted to see just in case. Okay. So now, as we come towards the end, Satyam, your last word.
Uh, so we really want to thank as a restaurant, we really want to thank our customers who have come back to us, and we are doing this Valentine's week to give a shout out to the healthcare workers who worked very hard and put their lives on the front, and in this COVID thing, they can get like we're doing Valentine's week, where it's like it's a $59 per couple, but for them, whoever goes and comment just about a healthcare worker on a Facebook or Instagram, we're just giving them free dinner of three couples. And so this is just an initiative from our side to them. Also, we did some bento boxes to the community. There are a lot of people who came to us and said they don't know what Indian food is. When you think about Indian food, all you can think is butter chicken, chicken tikka masala, gulab jamun. That's not Indian food. There's Indian food. There's a lot more other things. We started a bento box that was free of cost. Anyone who wants who can stop by and get a bento box and see what Indian food really is. So there was not much into it, but there was a starter, appetizer, a nice salad, Indian salad, and stuff to it. So that was our take to make sure that people in the community, especially the Americans, know about our food, and they can go to anywhere, not even Treasury. They can go to Masala Art, they can go to Cleon, they can go to Gourmet India and see. They know them. Most of the time, I talk to people and they say they cannot guess the spice level. They cannot guess how the food would look like. All they just match it with either chicken tikka masala or butter chicken. So yes, that was our take. But we are very much thankful to everyone who have supported us during these tough times, and I wish good luck to all the other restaurants as well.
Okay.
To
Thank you.
people, yes.
Thank you. Vishal, what about your last word?
I think I would like to thank India New England News. I think you appreciate the time and the effort you guys put in, as well as thank the community for all the support that they are giving. And we hope that we receive more support in the restaurant industry. I'd like to thank all of our customers that have been supporting us since the time we reopened, and wish the best of luck to everybody during these tough times.
Thank you. Kapoor Saab?
I think we should give back to the community, to the local hospitals and all that. And his idea is very good, that bento box, whatever you call it. And but I like that we can help the local community, the American hospitals that we send food to, and they reciprocate right away. They sponsor us right away. So that's where what I want to see, that we all do it together or we all do it separately in the neighborhood community. That's very important.
Sure.
What we give back to the community.
Now, last thing, just as I was talking, my mind was going crazy. So I was just thinking, has there been any proposal or somebody has come to you and say, you know what, next 1 month we are not going to cook anything. We have a family of 5 people or 4 people, and I want you to supply food for a month every day for dinner or lunch or whatever. Any those type of ideas has come to you or no?
I
Are
have
you
got
are
it.
you open to that type of suggestions?
Can you
We got it.
repeat? Can you repeat the question?
The question is that if somebody is coming to us and says that you know what, for the next 1 month we don't want to cook any food at home. Can you cater food for people of 6 or 7 or 5 people for the next 1 month and deliver the food to our place so we can come and pick it up?
No, not. Can I say something?
Sure, yeah, please.
Yeah. So it's not just Indian food. People want variety. I mean, people are
Okay,
sitting at home. I get people that they have 4 children. When they have 4 children and they want to feed them, they don't want to give them the same thing
sure, yeah, true.
every day. So we have customers that they pick up the food for, say, for example, Friday or Saturday, just one day. But
Hmm.
supplying the food, Indian food is still not there like Italian food, which is 57% of the market.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah, so we have a lot to work on.
Okay.
So I would just like to add, as you said, I didn't had someone coming and asking me
Your
food
volume
for a
is too
month.
loud. If you can just lower the little bit, yes, please.
Sorry
Yeah,
about it.
sure, sure.
So I had one customer. It was a family of the three. Basically, there was parents, and then there was their son. They came in, and we were not even ready for it. They said we would take food from you like 4 days a week throughout the month, and because we also happen to be a Greek restaurant. I know we are here to talk about Indian restaurant and Indian communities,
Sure,
but
sure,
just
sure.
say we are also Indian and Greek. So it gets, as Sir said, that they need variety. That is a true thing. And we have, from the past 6 months, we have changed our entire menu. Now we're serving the new menu. So it gives people new varieties, new options, and hopefully will be seasonal one day, rather than we have different menu on winters, different menu in summer, and then something like that, which I think is a great idea to, attract a lot of a local crowd, also an Indian crowd. Most of the times people get the same thing, the same place, and then they get bored out of it, and then they want to switch the restaurant, or they want to switch the place they usually hang out. And so yeah, to go seasonal, to make sure you have plenty of options on the hand. And I mean, that would really help to sustain this tough
Oh,
times.
okay. Well, thank you very much and all the best. And
Thank
we're
you.
going to do our best. And, I think the community is really getting together to help you guys. And
Thank
all
you.
the best. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Sure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Sure.